A to the K.
To the K.
To the K.
Coming at you quicker than a fat kid eating Snickers, it's time for the rapid roundup. Paul Heyman, Jimmy Uso, and Solo Sikoa kick off SmackDown this week. They say John Cena's having some transportation issues, and AJ isn't here either as he's lying in a hospital bed. Jimmy takes the mic though. He says the reason Cena's not here is because he's scared of him. Just then, a wild Carl Anderson appears and it basically attacks the Bloodline to try and avenge AJ Styles. We then get an impromptu match, though, where Jimmy Uso beats the crap out of him. And then Mishin comes down and slaps the shit out of Jimmy. So, yeah, that happened. We follow on this with the Grayson Waller effect. He brings out Bobby Lashley. Bobby says he thinks he's made a mistake by going after the Street Profits. He wanted the next big thing, but clearly they are not ready. Grayson Waller says it should be him and Austin Theory that Bobby wants. But just then the Street Profits do come out and they try and talk some sense into Bobby. But he says if they want him, they need to prove it. We then get Austin Theory coming out who defeats Cameron Grimes. He also has a little bit of a stare down with Dragon Lee, who's watching on in the audience. So clearly we're getting something there between Theory and Dragon Lee in the future. Following on from this US Championship match, the title is on the line as LWO members facing off. Rey Mysterio defends the title against Santos Escobar with Zelina Vega at ringside, cheering them both on, seemingly. But it's Rey who gets the win to retain the title. After the match, though, the Street Profits decide they're going to prove to Bobby that, you know, they are the team for him by beating the crap out of Rey and Santos. So, yeah, they beat him down. Bobby comes down as well to help celebrate. And it looks like we're now getting LWO versus the Street Profits at Fastlane, which will be interesting to say the least. Charlotte Flair takes on Bayley in the next match. She proclaims before the match that after she beats Bayley, she's going to challenge Io for the title of Fastlane, and beat her she does. God damn it! Well, you know, colour me surprised. Damage Control do start to gang up on Charlotte after the match, but Asuka comes down for the save, and Bayley asks Asuka, "Do you know what? If you want a triple threat match, well, you got it." And Io looks on pretty angrily, upset at the decision Bayley has made on her behalf. So yeah, triple threat for the women's title at Fastlane as predicted. Closing out the show this week, John Cena says he's going to honour the contract despite the injury to AJ Styles. If he can't find a partner by Fastlane, he's going to fight the Bloodline all by himself in a 2-on-1 handicap match. And speaking of the Devils, Bloodline come out and they beat down John Cena until... yeah, LA Knight himself comes down to make the save and signs the contract as well. So we're getting John Cena, LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa at Fastlane. Over on Raw, chaos erupts to kick off the show as Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler start brawling towards the ring before the show has even gone on the air. Raquel Rodriguez comes down as well, gets involved. She goes after Nia, but accidentally hits Shayna Baszler with the boot. And out of nowhere, Rhea Ripley comes down as well. She goes after Nia, and then weirdly, Raquel pulls her off Nia, which doesn't really make much sense. All four of them start brawling. Security get involved, and Rhea beats the crap out of Security, which is nice. I'll go back there because I skipped ahead. But Rhea, after the stuff that went down, calls out the Judgment Day, berates them, specifically Damien for the brawl that took place last week. Finn Balor is injured. Damien isn't cleared to compete. Dom's lost his belt. It's all going south for the Judgment Day. And now they've got Cody and Jey situation because they want the tag team titles. Speaking of Jey, he comes out, starts saying things to Rhea and Dom, as you do, gets attacked, and Cody comes out to make the save, but that doesn't stop there because Adam Pearce makes the match official at Fastlane. It's going to be Cody and Jey against Damien and Finn Balor for the tag titles in a match that nobody really expected, wanted, saw coming, but that's what we're going to get. What we also got is a various amount of things. Imperium defeated Alpha Academy, Bronson Reed squashed Cedric Alexander, and Tegan Nox gets a win over Chelsea Green ahead of her match next week with the injured Becky Lynch. So she's obviously still bit beat up after the match at No Mercy, so it looks like we have to wait a week for that one. But weirdly, Natalya is now taking a vested interest in Tegan. Apparently she's earned her respect, so is Natalya a face again? Who really knows? More more heel turns and face turns in the Big Show, this one. We also get Xavier Woods getting the win over Ivar. So apparently Eric is out injured for the foreseeable, which isn't great. But after the match, Ivar beats down Xavier Woods. Kofi, who's on commentary, comes out to try and make the save, but Ivar beats him down as well. And yeah, basically this is now set up a match for next week, which is a Viking rules match, because we all love them. So it's going to be Ivar versus Kofi. Seth Rollins has an in-ring interview with Michael Cole. Cole calls Rollins a puppet, asks him if he understands what's going to happen at Fastlane. His back is hanging by a thread and he could be days away from the end of his career. So, you know, he asks Seth why he's putting him, why you putting yourself through this, Seth. Seth says, you know what, Michael Cole, and I said Adam Cole, Michael Cole, you've missed 2 shows in 26 years. If anyone gets it, he should. Seth's addicted to it. He loves it. And if his back does give out, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that he leaves it all in the ring. Shinsuke comes on the big screen, starts saying some stuff in Japanese, but turns out he's not. Via satellite, he's there, and he beats the crap out of Seth with a steel chair. And basically Seth does stay down for a count of 10, so this last man standing match goes to show that Seth can be laid down for 10 count. So we will see what goes on there. I'm pretty sure Seth's going to retain though, but I'll just be glad to see the end of this feud. Following up from this, Drew McIntyre's heel turn's coming, baby. He gets... he says he's done getting involved with battles that he didn't start and trying to save people. And now he's stopped. Nobody else is stepping up, and he calls them all hypocrites, all except Cody, but apparently Cody's mopping up his own mess. Just then, The Miz comes out, he interrupts, and it all ends up in a match. Drew removes the turnbuckle padding at one point after threatening to kill him with a sword. You know, there is that aspect. But ultimately ends up knocking Miz out for the win. We also got a contract signing, was what we were expecting for a match of Fastlane between Gunther and Tommaso Ciampa. However, it all gets heated, the match becomes the main event of Raw, and to the surprise of absolutely nobody, Gunther retains the title. So yeah, that happened, but after the match, Imperium start to beat down Tommaso Ciampa. Johnny Gargano returns to make the save, and everybody is whelmed. So yeah, that was good. We're not going to spend that much time on AEW this week. It really will be a rapid roundup because basically WrestleDream's happened since all these shows. But what we did get, we got on Dynamite, Rey Fenix retaining the international title against Jeff Jarrett, who still is there for some reason. Why? We also got the very impressive Julia Hart defeating Willow, which obviously does set up that TBS title match with Statlander at WrestleDream, which we'll talk about in our reactions video, of course. But loving what Julia's doing at the minute. We also got a contract signing between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, as well as a lot of multi-man, well, like 2 4-way matches with the tag competitors for WrestleDream as well. And we've got a funny little vignette with MJF and Adam Cole on a boat. MJF's about to hit Adam Cole with a diamond ring and toss him overboard, changes his mind, and then they do a spot of fishing and end up catching Captain Insano, which is random to say the least. Ultimately, though, Adam Cole injured himself jumping off the ramp last week, and MJF is going to have to defend those Ring of Honor titles in a 2-on-1 handicap match at WrestleDream. We also got, though, an interesting mic battle after this between MJF and Switchblade Jay White. Now, this is going to be an interesting feud. I didn't expect it to go down this path, if I'm honest with you, but lots of stuff happening at the moment. But the big cliffhanger for Dynamite, and we bloody love a good cliffhanger, we don't get enough of these anymore, is Jay White gets beaten down at the end of the show by 4 masked men, one of which is wearing MJF's devil mask. So he says it's not him. Who is it? Is it Adam Cole, baby? Is it all a ruse? Is it the Kingdom? Is it Roddy? Is Kyle O'Reilly in there looking gormless? Probably. We will find out someday, I hope. Over on Rampage, again, mostly built for WrestleDream, so not much to talk about. Eddie Kingston defends his belt. Shibata comes out to challenge him. The Acclaimed retain the Trios title over the Hardy Party. And the main development, though, for from Rampage is we've now got a match lined up for Dynamite Title Tuesday, where Hikaru Shida defeated Ruby Soho to earn a shot at Saraya. So that will be a good one. I don't think we've ever seen them two in singles competition. Could be wrong, but I'm sure that will be good. Then, for Collision, we find out whether Jericho and Kenny can coexist. A tale as old as time. Turns out they can. Go figure. And yeah, we set up some more matches for WrestleDream as well. But yeah, short and sweet, as I said. And, you know, go and check out the WrestleDream reaction video because, spoiler, if you haven't seen it, Edge, Adam Copeland, rated R superstar himself, is now All Elite. And he's going to be showing up on Dynamite, like, tomorrow, which is pretty awesome. So, yeah, can't wait to see what goes on there. We're also going to talk about it in the news this week, so go and check out that episode to hear our thoughts on what the plans are for Edge going forward. So yeah, do the usual. Give it a thumbs, like, subscribe and whatnot. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.